There are challenges that teachers and administrators face in getting media into school. Some are infrastructure challenges. We're concerned about networks, open, closed, private, collaborative, kids at different ages. We have different issues around that. That's certainly one. But there are other challenges. New media, actually working with new media in schools requires new practices. And those new practices require time. They require a different way often of organizing kids in the classroom in order to really take advantage of new media. And it's coming at a time when a lot of our schools face very tough assessments, sometimes very scripted and boxed-in curricula. So how to bring new ideas about learning together with a pretty tightly focused assessment and standards condition for a lot of schools, I would say that's one of the biggest challenges ahead of us. Well, I would say that right now, speaking for the teacher community, teachers are deeply ready to embrace this challenge and move forward. I'm from an organization that meets with and works with teachers every day. And I would say we all have noticed in the last 2 years perhaps that there's been a sea change in the teacher community. Part of it is that, of course, like all of us, we have been able to use social networking. We've been able to work together on wikis. We've been able to use the various affordances of the internet for ourselves in our own lives. And so we can see when we're the learner what it does for us. And so that's made it possible for teachers to re-envision what could be happening for young people in the classroom. That's one thing to feel positive about. And frankly, the tools are becoming much easier to use. So now we don't have to think just about how do I become a technology specialist, how do I learn to program or wire or whatever. We don't have to think about that. The tools are much more user-friendly. So we can now think, what am I going to do with this that's going to have a very powerful learning outcome for me and my students together? So the focus is now able to move to the right place. So I think one of the things that teachers feel is the most powerful application that they can think about is social networking. The opportunity, in fact, for young people to be able to work together collaboratively with mentors inside and outside the community through social networking sites and be able to pursue a learning project in these environments that put them in touch with the whole world. So teachers see the power of that. But actually, one of the things that's really, for us as learners often especially exciting about social learning networks and personal learning networks is in a way when we can carry them with us. I think a lot of us, for example, if we are using social networking sites, we're sitting here with our phone, with our iPhone, with any kind of thing, we're sitting there, we're checking it out all the time because we're plugged into that social network. So two things coming together that are interesting, social networking sites and mobile devices that let us, in fact, carry our network and carry the internet with us, lets us integrate learning 24/7, not by going to a station, not when we're assigned to the computer lab, but when we have a question, when we have a need, when we have a reason to reach out, boom, out comes the device and we're plugged in.